So,
Yeah, man.
goeienaand sê familie, mense van Suid-Afrika. Good evening everyone. En welkom by Praatjies met Duren. Groete in Jesus naam, geen ander naam behalwe daai naam waar ek vir julle kan by groet nie. En ja, dankie dat jy die video gekyk het, waardeer het. Like, subscribe, is all up to you. So ja. So, vanaand het ek hier 'n baie goeie vriend, 'n broer, ja, 'n mentor, 'n brother in Christ, man.
Yes, Lord.
This man knows the jam. So,
Yes, Lord.
so without further ado, everyone, this is your Frido Slinger, a very good friend, very good brother. And yeah, so Frido, you can introduce yourself to the people out there.
Ja, mensen. Kijk, it's not about me, it's about the world. So wie ek is belangrijk. Let's get down to business.
Okay. So, vanaand se tema is, I don't know, it's something really amazing, something really huge. That word alone, obedience, it describes actually, that word describes Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Because he submitted to his Father while he was on earth by being obedient. So, on that note, what do you think of obedience?
Okay. My vriend wil sê vir my ek moet nie obedient wees nie. Jy eie wie?
Ja.
Jy eie wie?
Yes.
Yes, Lord. Check here. Your plan, or rather, his plan, he has for you. I mean, if you don't know us, bro, it's never gonna work. You get me? And om obedient te bly aan mekaar as jy klaar quote unquote slim is. Dis 'n bietjie moeilik. Hoekom moet ek nou wag? Hoekom moet ek nou die ding doen om hy te kom? Ek weet mos waar ek wil wees. En yeah, I think it starts with that. Having your own free will and having this notion of ek is maar net mens.
Ja, but nou is die ding nee dat free will contradicts the fact that we need to be obedient to God. Because die feit dat hy vir ons eie vrye wil gegee het, wil ons nie submit towards wat hy wil ons moet doen nie. Hoekom ek so sê is dat as ons aan die woord kyk obedient, dan sê dit submit. So die woord leer ons dat alles sal ten goeie meewerk vir die wat God liefhet. En as jy God liefhet, sal jy sy gebooie, jy sal sy gebooie onderhou. En dit's obedience.
As jy my liefhet, bewaar
my gebooie. Maar omdat ons vrye wil het, voel ons dat, ag wat, as ek nou die ding wil doen, ek het nie gekruis nodig om hom te vra of dat die regte ding is nie. Want ek gaan benefit die uit op 'n vleeslike punt en nie op 'n geestelike punt nie.
Ja, nee. But then again, take that other scripture a bit too far, you know. Forgive your brother 77 times 7 times a day. And I think that is where we go wrong. We take advantage of that abundance of forgiveness that he has for us. And jy vat hy 77 times and jy YOLO your life. Jy live it to the fullest, mistake or not. En hy net daar.
Ja, maar die feit dat ons jong mense met die ding lewe van YOLO, dit sien nie reckless wees.
Of course not.
Because YOLO beteken you only live once.
So live right.
Live right once.
Live right once.
Not live reckless.
Oh, hell.
It means live right once.
Yeah.
But still, ons vat dit in ons hardloop daarmee, net sover dit vir ons benefit en wat ons daarmee doen. En ons vergeet dat Jesus is die central point van ons lewe en actually moet dit wees.
Exactly.
En ons is nie soos 'n Dawid wat hom raadpleeg oor alles wat ons doen nie. Dis ook om die woord van die Here sê in Proverbs en ken hom in al jou weë en hy sal jou paaie gelyk maak.
Ja, man. Voor ons is hy was oud, weet je. Wie's David dan? David is he's in the Old Testament. You get me, fam? And that is exactly what it is. I think we try to move with the times, we try to fit in. Yes, God says be all things to all men. But once again, it doesn't mean, be of this world. We all know that this chosen generation is people.
Ja.
We don't come from here. We see all of these things around us. We are blessed abundantly. You are fed, you are clothed, you have a sikas, a nice place for you to sleep, whether it was a biggie unlike Makisaki. At the end of the day, you've been blessed some way, somehow. And when you become a lot more obedient to His word, like He says, I'm saying, search me, O God, and know my anxious thoughts. What is the name?
Oh my days.
Where He says, first seek His face, and all the things of the kingdom.
By Lukas 29 of vers waar hy sê, soek is die koninkryk van God en al hierdie ander dinge sal vir jou bygevoeg word.
Nog abundance. Maar soos ek sê, is moeilik is dit nie om almal hierdie goed te sien en om patience te oefen en almal hierdie goed van the fruit of the Spirit. It's tough, and I think that is one of our downfalls. Like, who wants to have patience when you know, like, there's a shorter way, this, why must I go through this? Hoekom moet ek eers stumble? Why must I have my 7 maar jare? Ek soek net die vet jare, man.
Ja, but trust the process. Because die process maak vir jou, dit mold vir jou. Dit bring vir jou op 'n humble spot waar jy God soek en jy bly humble.
Ja, maar wie wil, jy weet, soos ek nou die dag vir jou gesê het, nee. Who wants to be tried by fire? Who wants to be tried by fire? Hierdie Mavericks sit jy, hulle sit die mense.
En we sing net so, like, ja. Met hy volle oorgawe van, stuur my hier se vier, ek is reg. En dan kom net 'n klein stormpie en dan kan ons hier staande bly.
Of course not. Why would you? You see, and if you take that analogy or parable, look at what happened to Peter. Just see it. Die water smaak net so bietjie. En dan is
dit is nie soseer die water gewees, dit was die wind. En toe Jesus die wind bestraf, toe is alles oor. Like, hoe doen ons mense dan? Ons bestraf die wind, ons bestraf die water.
Once again, if you first seek God, and all the other things shall be added unto you. If you seek His face, He will give you authority over so much in your life. And He says in His word, where Jesus says to His disciples, there will be those that will do the same.
Yes.
He says much greater things than what I can. Limitations.
Well, our own free will is our limitation, brother. And you know that.
Yeah, exactly.
And lust is also, not lust, our flesh is also our own.
Yeah.
Dit blok vir ons van baie goed af. Wat ons actually kan doen en meer kan doen.
Yes, but does it really? Look at Jesus. He was sent from heaven to earth. He had to adapt to our body, yet he could still his most famous miracle, changing water into wine, fermented wine. Let's get it right, ladies and gentlemen. Was it 3 shots, see? But it is what it is. And that is about it at the end of the day. So you need to understand and have your own free will. And find what it is.
Find what it is.
Find what it is. YOLO for who?
For yourself. As ons hierdie die een lied wat sê dat God kan nie nuwe wyn in 'n ou sak insit.
No.
En die way ons pastoor het geskryf het dat wyn is actually die joy wat jy het. So hoe kan God in 'n ou sak nuwe joy sit? Because hy sak is so oud, dit is al stikkend. Dit reuk, dit bly nie wat dit moet is nie.
No.
As hy ou sak nie hernie word nie, hoe kan hy sak die nuwe wyn die smaak gee wat dit moet gee? Waar laat dit vir ons? Dit bring
It's not nice. It's not okay.
Exactly. En dit bring 'n mens by die punt waar jy moet van elke dag bid tot die Here en sê Here vergewe my.
77 times.
Yes. En so moet ons ook kan mense vergewe wat teenoor ons gesondig het. En as ons dit nie doen nie, my bro, think about it. It says in his word, as jy nie jou broer kan vergewe nie, wat ek ook vergewe.
Exactly.
En as jy kon sê woord kan, as jy nie jou broer lief het nie, hoe kan jy sê jy het my lief?
Exactly.
So die klein goedjies wat ons moet doen, die doen ons nie. En ek is skuldig aan.
Yeah, all of us.
Ons is skuldig aan.
All of us. Disclaimer, also is not self-righteous.
Exactly.
We are not
Self-righteous, no.
Yeah. So, look. It's like I asked you the other day. I asked you a very heavy question. I asked you, have you ever thought of forgiving the devil? Have you? No. Yeah. As no size I can so why and if you follow his word, you follow the laws that he governs you by, if you seek his face through whatever, if you through the toughest times you can still sing It Is Well With My Soul. I mean, someday you will be ruled. It might not be now, it might not be tomorrow. Next year, 10 years from now, our time is not easy, unfortunately. And what we also have to remember is that one day for us is like what for you? 1,000 years. Exactly. And onthou net, hy man se voicemail is vol. En jy sien klomp mense bid nou as jy weet. So die Here se voicemail is 'n bietjie vol. Hy kom nog terug na u toe.
En omdat ons God self experience het wel vrienden, dat het vir ons ook seker daar besef dat ek sal nooit wil teruggaan na wat ek was nie. Because dit wat ek experience is so amazing. Hoekom gaan ek nie meer soek in hom nie?
I think you know what it is, different levels.
Different devils.
That is what it is once, and I use this analogy all the time. If you're running at 100 kilometers per hour, the devil will make sure that he runs at 120. You run at 140, make sure he runs at 180. It just is what it is. And when we get there, even though the stumbling block that might be at this new level is not as heavy as it was in the previous, it's still a major stumbling block. So you've gone through a tough time, you see God, the worship team on your kerk, hulle sing hierdie sekere song, and you feel it, or the pastor brings a message, a sister getuig, broer getuig, whatever it is, like I always say, he uses whatever instrument to minister. When you receive that joy, that relief, that strength, faith that you get after that, it's so new, so beautiful that it's like, wow, this is amazing, this is him, yes, I want more. However, trial by fire. Trial by fire, yeah.
Trials and tribulations, brother.
Yes.
Because
And how many of us through that time of getting to the new level, getting to the new stage in our lives, wants to and can still praise and worship and uplift.
I'm guilty of it. I question myself. I question God. I was like, why do I have to go through this? Like, you are giving me something, but now I have to work towards it to get it.
Exactly.
And in that moment, that is when you realize, like, yo, if God actually gave this to me and I didn't work for it, I'm not gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna, yo,
no way.
I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna lose it.
Yes, you are.
So in order for you to actually appreciate something, you have to go through the stumbling blocks. You have to go through your valley to get to the top of the mountain.
It has to mix.
Yes. So he have to prepare you in order for you to actually receive.
Yeah.
Because getting up in the morning, that is a blessing you receive immediately. And it's one of the most underrated blessings.
Smallest one for a lot of people, yeah.
Even having like the opportunity to ever work, to go to work and come back home. It's one of the underrated like blessings. For us, it's now God, I have to see to it. Which is not. If he feels like, no,
Not today.
not today.
Not today. Pull the plug.
He's gonna call your vehicle one day home. Then what? Your vehicle is gonna stay here. It's just the spirit that needs to go home. So, in order for us to fulfill our livelihoods on earth, obedience is the key. And I want to ask you this question on a normal basis. What does obedience mean?
To listen to the laws and rules that you are governed by. That's how I would understand it.
And then on a spiritual level, what is obedience?
The toughest thing that you can do.
Well, the toughest thing is to submit to God. That's obedience.
Yeah, like I always tell everybody, or most people that create, or they have the ability to create and be strong. We have unfortunately or fortunately blessed in such a way that we can create and destroy, and we can make better. And I've always told you that in this thing of alchemy and things, you try to look for the perfect thing. So if we and humans can have that perfect thing within our hands,
No.
if we can create that, why not? So once again, if for us, everything that even if you look at religion, you're trying, whatever religion it is that you have, it's trying to govern you to be as close as possible to God, or to your God.
To your God, yes.
You understand? And religion is what? It's man-made.
And I think that's why a lot of us struggle, because we cannot differ the difference between relationship and religion.
Yeah.
And falling into the trap of religion make us suffer.
It does.
Because we don't have a relationship. We don't speak to him. We don't read his word to get to know him. You don't go into fasting to go to a cleansing or a period where you just spend time with him.
Nah.
Like, dude, I know I'm not perfect, but we lack these things.
Oh, wait.
And I mean, so if we would have been obedient from the get-go, just think where would we be in our lives?
But once again, like I said, if we were all obedient from the beginning, I mean, what's the point of our
Exactly.
Bible-based instructions? Before we knew, what's the point of it? What's the point of it?
And if we've listened from the get-go, would have God given us the free will?
Exactly. You
Because
have just as well being part of the angels, praising and worshiping.
it's like this one dude says in his song, it's all on me to decide if I want to follow.
And he gives you that.
Exactly. He doesn't stand behind you with a belt and be like, yeah, you have to do it.
And that's the funny thing, man. Our parents will get, you never listen to me, or you can get the you get it out. Hey, watch it. Nah, I don't want you. He doesn't do that. He leaves us. Whatever consequence comes with it, that's on us. And that's the thing. Everyone thinks that God is so vengeful, he's so angry all the time. He's not. If I made him in his image, I mean, that man must have a good sense of humor now, innit?
Oh,
And once again, like Eddie Griffin once said, he said, how can God be angry and vengeful if he knows exactly what's going to happen whenever? So,
makes no sense.
no sense at all. But yet we want to believe that God has punished us and whatever. And my aunt came up with a story one day. She says that a guy needs money, and on his journey walking to wherever, the devil places money on his road, and you get, and then what happens is that the guy sees the money, picks it up, and because he needs it, he says, thank you, God. God further down the road, he puts a rock in his path, and he stumps his foot, and his foot hurt, and he curses the devil. So, once again, he chose that. That was his free will. Yes, and sometimes God put things in our place so that you can, he forces you into, or at some point you know he's knocking, and the way he knocks is not always, and a lot of people always use the example, or they always say there's a story where something happened to them medically and they were either in a coma or something, and God spoke to them. Right? That is not allowed. If you look at the Old Testament, what did he do? He used burning bushes. But that was the action. But did he shout at Moses? Whisper. Whisper. Big events, small voice.
And it's like the video I showed you of Jake Paul's friend, George.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jake actually questions the fact that they ask him like Jesus be here now. He says it. And then George says to him like, be careful what you wish for.
Once again.
Because he doesn't come in the form that we want him to come.
Exactly. He is all things to the people. He is the I am that I am.
That I am.
He uses, and once again, any instrument, anything, any person, if he wants to minister and share his word, whoever, whatever, he free will.
Exactly.
So once again, that's for us to listen. Listen to his calling, listen to his purpose, listen and move with that. And I get it. Life is forced. You just like, okay, I woke up. Right, that was the 1st of January. I woke up Easter. Next, Christmas. And we look like that, and it's 10 years later. So,
But I wanna bring this forth, man. Like in the theme that I've chose, not I've chose, like God said, there's actually it's 5 words that stands out. It's obedience, abundance, key, consistency, purpose. So those 5 factors, it is those 5 words is a big factor
I get you.
in our daily lives, in our Christ-like lives. We need to like live out. For instance, the word key, it means an object that is shaped or formed for a specific lock or to unlock something.
And
Now,
only that.
and only that.
Yeah. And a master keys here, yeah.
Exactly.
Focus. One track minded.
Yeah. So, if God gives you the key to your door, why not unlock it? And we have all the keys.
Once again, he whispers. So, I mean, all this noise around, make money. Yo, relax. You know, God says, yo, relax. No, you gotta make money. Dead. God. Yo, relax. Yo, God. My car rate nog net gaat starten. You know, yeah, nog al 5,000 for the engine. You get me? All the other noise around us. So, the one pastor in one of our campaigns, he said, remove clutter. Get over it. Once again.
But then my thing is now that in the Bible, don't be afraid. It comes in the Bible 3, 6, 5 times. It's a year. So for each day, God says to you, like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. 365 times that is in the Bible. And that's not a coincidence, because we don't believe in coincidence. We believe in grace.
Yes.
We know that His word stands like forever.
It does stand forever.
Exactly.
But once again, how it's like I told you, if you really change our mindset on the word fear, it will be different. If you have fear as the factor that motivates you to do something very cool, like if you're taking on whatever it is and you are fearful of what might happen, instead of letting that stop you from doing it, let it be the motivation to make sure that it doesn't happen. And that's the same thing, like a lot of our young people are like, you know what, I'm afraid of making that decision, you know, to submit to God, listen to His word, and to do everything that comes with it.
Yes.
Because we fear missing out on life. We fear missing out on friends, being able to sit in a conversation, and like I said, everything that comes with the socialization part of what humans are. So if you have that push, you know, say, yo, chom is ek staan, julle doen die, julle doen that. But down the road, like, let us all get together, let us understand that this is not what life is. Once again, so if you change your perspective of what fear is and what fear means to you, I think you will live a more purposeful life. to whatever it is that you do, and you know me, I'm gonna make sure that it's not just
But then
spiritual, but
we lack consistency.